pleased with me and I want to be pleased with myself. So I'm going to learn to just let my silence be enough. I'm going to give you some techniques that I know to help you bring about that greater version of yourself. We're going to have a fantastic time here. Grand Rising, beautiful queens. Grand Rising. Thank you for joining me today. My name is Keyy Lang, and welcome to Beloved Let's Talk. I am looking so forward to and so excited to this conversation today. I have so many things that I want to tell you. You are an original design created by the Creator. You are an original Picasso, if I could call it. When I think about how, when God created woman with him in mind, and God crafted you from beginning to end the way that he felt he wanted you to be, the best way that I could think of it is when you look in the mirror at yourself, God created you to be that unique individual, that unique woman that stood out amongst any and every other woman. When you think about how special and unique you are, and you think about that. Think about how God actually created that, drew that into you to make you stand out and be different from any other, would make you to be an original you. You know, we as women sometimes we may complain about or feel a little insecure about certain things about ourselves, where we may feel, I wish I was a little bit taller, or I wish I wasn't so thick in the hips. When we think about that, for every stage that we grew into, adolescent, as we got older, we grew into our attributes. We grew into our body frames. We grew into, now most of us may have grown into love those things that we actually didn't really care for when we were younger. You know, so when you think about just that alone, you being designed and crafted out by God, then God goes further and he pours into you all the different attributes that he wanted you to have. He may have wanted you to be comical. He may have wanted you to just be a bright light when you come into a room. He poured all of this into you. If God poured all of that into you, then what would that say about God when it comes to you? You know what that would say? That would say God poured into his daughter what he wanted her to be. There are so many other things that are pouring into us on our purposes and what we're actually here to do, that these deposits that are within us, it all depends on us to actually dig deep down inside and bring them into existence. You follow me? So a lot of times we tend to give critique to ourselves in a negative way, not knowing that everything was designed with a purpose behind it, not knowing that when we got older and as we continue to grow and as we continue to get wiser, some of these things that was deposited into us will come into fruition and pull out of us, and then we'll say, wow, I always felt this way about myself. I always thought that I was this way, but I didn't quite understand. It's with timing. It's with daily work and daily growth that then God will reveal these things to you. not everyone is actually, and I say this with the most humble heart, not everyone will actually meet and see all of those great things that was deposited inside of them come into fruition. Unfortunately, because with the way that the world is now, we allow ourselves to be totally distracted by everything that is going on around us, not only having to deal with the everyday adversities. Sometimes it may take us a little longer to pull those great things out of us. Let me go back just a little bit just to say, a mother from the beginning is a teacher. From the beginning in the womb, the mother is the teacher. When the child is in the mother's womb, the mother from here to the belly is teaching the daughter what it is to be and what kind of woman to be from the womb first. When the woman comes into the world with all the different attributes that God poured into her, mixed with what the teaching of the mother, she then jumps into the world and gives the world these attributes as gifts. You follow me? We were already born women with sugar and spice and everything nice. We were born to be kind. We were born to be sweet. We were born to be nurturers. We were born to be mothering and mother and a mother. We were born to be sensitive. We were born with all of these different beautiful I would call it ray of sunshine intentions. But then once we get into the world, mixed with the world and the adversities, it becomes a little harder for us to stay pure in those things. So we tend to forget. So, beloved, I want to help us. I want to help you to find those beautiful attributes that was deposited inside of you from God and help you to bring them about, because you have purpose, you have a mission, and sometimes we get distracted by the world and we feel that our mission and our purpose is not necessary, is not needed. Well, if God didn't feel that your mission and your purpose was necessary, He wouldn't have given you life to be here. Beloved, allow me a moment to put a disclaimer in here, and we'll be back. Even if you feel it may be a little intermediate, understand, beloved, that I'm speaking to women from my age group. I'm speaking to younger women in their early 20s, as well as I'm speaking to teenage girls. So sometimes I'm going to explain and express things a little bit more in depth and in detail, because I want all areas to be able to understand what it is that I'm saying. Sometimes when I speak, I tend to, this is a disclaimer, sometimes when I speak, I tend to kind of roam with my eyes, and it's not to be offensive or to seem as though I'm rolling my eyes at you. It is because when I speak, I want God to be pleased with me first, and I want to be pleased with me too, with what it is that I'm saying and what I'm delivering to you. I want to make sure that I'm handling you with care. I want to make sure that my words are being handled and received on your end with care, because I'm really honestly coming from a space of pure love. From this place, from this moment, from this space, from this time, right here, right now, we're going to work on our internal self-love, because our internal self-love is attached to so many different areas. The way that we love ourselves shows how we allow ourselves and even others respect our boundaries. In order for us to get there, we have to have an amount of love for ourselves that we won't even allow anyone to disregard or disrespect our boundaries. We'll work on that at another time, but we're going to start from the beginning. In this season right here, in this season, if you put the work in, you will reap your rewards. I guarantee you that. Thank you so much. Now back to our beautiful beginnings vlog. I have this pink box right here because I brought it as a gift to you, my beloved sisters, as a gift and a reminder so that we can remember who and whose we are. I will not go in depth into making you believe in what I believe in, but I will say this. Whomever is your higher power, and whoever you believe in, believes in you and believes that you are their daughter. You are the daughter of the Most High. You are a precious original design, and you are a gift given to this world. In this box, I have this gift to you all and a reminder to let you know that not only are you necessary, but you are just as precious and just as special. Red represents love. Purple represents royalty. Remember that I said that. This precious gift, and I will put it on this stand, and I want you to remember that God sees you as a special, unique diamond. You are a beautiful diamond. I chose this purple diamond because, as I said, purple represents royalty. Royalty is a queen, and we are queens. So I chose this purple diamond as a reflection of us being queens and knowing that we are royal. Remember that. It doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't matter the version that you was yesterday. It doesn't matter the version that you were an hour ago. You have the right to change to the betterment of yourself at any time. Today, tomorrow, in a week, in a month, you have a right to change to the betterment of yourself if it's actually going to better you. If it's actually going to bring you back to the original version that God created you to be. If it's actually going to help you to bring about the mission and your purpose of why God put you here. You have a right to that with no apology at all needed. Let me say that again. You have a right to that with no apology needed if it's to the betterment of you. So if you decide tomorrow when you wake up in the morning, I want to be great all day today. And in me being great today, I'm not going to throw tomatoes with anyone. If they decide to do their best to pull me out of my character, out of my peaceful character today, I won't allow it to. I'm going to work on me today. And in working on me, I'm going to work on silencing my tongue. Because I know that adversities are ordained and going to happen, but I know that God is watching how I handle the adversities, and I want Him to be pleased with me. I want God to be pleased with me, and I want to be pleased with myself. So I'm going to learn to just let my silence be enough. I'll go into deeper details about that on another episode. But right now, let's just stick to that. You already know and have established the kind of woman that you want to be. You know this internally. You already know it. You've been knowing it. You've just had a hard time reaching her. You've had a hard time reaching her because you don't know what the first steps or what the steps need to be for you to get to her. So I'm going to help you to become the greater version of yourself. It's not going to be perfect, but your imperfect is perfect enough. Remember that. It doesn't matter where you started. It doesn't matter the version that you was yesterday. It doesn't matter the version that you were an hour ago. Sometimes we may feel that at the present moment, I don't feel like I'm a diamond. You know, I feel I'm a little rough around the edges because I've done this, I've done that. I'm not in the position right now where I want to be, and that's okay. That is absolutely okay. But from the beginning to the end, you still are this diamond. Perfect and imperfect as you are, you still are this diamond. There's a lot of pressure put on us. A diamond first, before it becomes a diamond, comes from coal. So you can imagine this coal right here. In order for it to become a diamond, there had to be an unimaginable amount of pressure applied to it in order for it to become a diamond. It represents the same thing as us. There's a lot of pressure applied to us as women, as people in general, that is unbearable, is unbelievable. Adversities are ordained by God. We're going to go through them. There's no exemption. No one is exempt from it. Adversities are ordained by God, so we're always going to go through some kind of adversity. So I'm saying that to say every single day there's going to be adversities. But the biggest key and where your power stands is how you handle the adversity. Remember, you're a diamond. Regardless of what's going on, this is who you are. We want to keep our diamond intact. So instead of jumping into the adversity and going panic, relax, remember your faith, remember whose you are, and if you send it up, it's like an order, send it up to God. He will show you why this adversity happened, because with every adversity, there's a lesson and a blessing attached to it. It all depends on how you handle it. So I'm giving you this example because I'm trying to show you that even though you go through these daily things, that does not mean that you're not a diamond. You still are a diamond. It's just with everything that happens, there's going to be lessons and blessings attached to it so that you can continue to grow into the original design diamond that you are. There's nothing in this world that's going to be given to us easy. It's not going to come easy. You're going to go through adversities every single day. But as long as you have your faith, and as long as you keep pushing, and as long as you keep doing your very best. I don't like to use the word try, so I always say to do your best. Believe in doing the best that I can. And because we are always going to be a work in progress, it is okay if we slip up. I challenge you today or tomorrow, I don't know what time of the day it is for you, even if you decide to do it today, in an hour after you get done with looking at this, I challenge you to look deep inside of yourself and work on at least one something where you are concerned. I look forward to many, many more opportunities to sit down and to help you to bring about the greater version of yourself. I look forward to us growing as a community. I look forward to us growing together and individually. I pray that you received what I said today, and something out of what I said today resonated with you and was of help to you in some kind of way. It has been an absolute honor and my pleasure to be here with you today on Beloved Let's Talk. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Please do come back And please don't forget to hit the notification bell. And please don't forget to subscribe. Over here, everything is full of light, peaceful, patience, understanding. It's just zen over here.